Hey everybody, welcome to the Roundtable, brought to you by Lzuruha. This is Daddy P, not 3D, also known as P-Note, and I am here with Carnage64. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Good, good, good. We had a pretty easy war against the King Khan clan. They basically gave up on us because they got their face smashed in. Why don't you go ahead and take us into the first attack we're going to look at?
All right. Well, first of all, again, I want to say thank you guys for joining us, and thank you for having me, Dan. But I like their clan name, King Khan. That's a pretty cool concept. I just wish they would have done a little bit more. So let's take a look. I want to kind of highlight our attacks primarily because they were very significant, I think, in giving us a good head start. So we're going to look at some of the lower hits now. This is Zephyr, who is our number 11, hitting their number 10. I think it's a Town Hall 8 against a Town Hall 8. So let's jump right on into that. Let's take a look. It's taking a little bit to load for me, Dan. I don't know about you.
Mine seems to be going okay.
Okay, hopefully. There we go. It just popped up for me. So, looks like a regular dragon attack. Why don't you take us through this one, Dan?
Well, looks like you got your standard low-level dragon attack with the get rid of whatever anti-air you can and just kind of go at the side that the anti-airs are left and really just kind of mow on through. You can see he's bringing in a heal spell and a haste spell to kind of help the effort along a little bit. But it looks like he went with a little bit of a unique attack. Dropped only 2 dragons to begin with, maybe to see if he could bait out the clan castle.
Possibly. Whoa, then he just unloaded like crazy there, so
yeah.
I don't know.
Then everything just came out. Yeah, just dropped both his potions kind of right in the middle. So like I said, he's just going to basically blow up those other 2 anti-airs, and he's kind of got free reign over the rest of the base.
Yeah, it looks like he's also adopted the Dragon Loon technique with the haste potion, because, you know, balloons are actually fairly strong right now in the dragon meta, from what I've seen. I've actually been using Dragon Loons for a lot of my hits as well.
I have doing that as well.
It's like
to get rid of those pesky anti-airs that are just in a weird spot that are not necessarily the best ones to get rid of in the beginning, but they're hard to get to when you're kind of mowing everything down.
Right. They're very good utility kind of things. Like, you don't. But I mean, I say that, but I remember seeing Worky do a hit last week, which he did nothing but balloons. So I was gonna say, like, you don't want to use too many of them, but you know that also proved me wrong there. So just kind of if you could do balloons good, then they're very helpful in a lot of ways. So that was Zephyr's hit. And then I also want to take a look at Savior, which is another Town Hall 8 against their number 9. So it's our number 9 versus theirs, so evenly matched. Let's go right on into that one too. And it looks like another Dragon Loon hit, this time with his own loons though, and a 1 less dragon.
Well, let's see what he's got in his...
Yeah, and this is a tougher base than the one that Zeph just hit, because all 3 anti-air are max on his base, rather than I think only one of them was, and Zeph killed it at the start.
It looks like he went with a little bit of a kind of double-sided attack there, because he knows the anti-air is not going to target that one dragon over there, so he's got a little bit of a spot where he can kind of drop everything else.
Yeah.
He had loons in his clan castle as well, so that...
Yeah, he had level 6 loons in the clan castle and 4 level 5 loons. And looks like he's counting on the anti-air to be hitting the dragons during that time, but I just didn't see those 4 loons from himself do very much there.
It looked like they might have gotten rid of that left side anti-air, or that might have been the dragons. I kind of missed that.
No, that was his. That was the target of his lightning spell, I believe.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Then, and it looked like the anti-air got rid of the level 5 balloons before they reached it, but the level 6 ones just came in and cleaned up. So I think, honestly, it was not a bad attack by any means. He thoroughly cleaned it up. But it probably would have been an even bigger stomp if he had 1 more level 3 dragon rather than the 4 level 5 balloons.
Right, I agree.
But still very solid by Savior there, very solid. Alright, so that kind of got us out to a pretty decent head start, and I want to go into another really good hit by Worky, which he's disappointed with. It was our number 5 against their number 3. And this guy had a really good air base, and so Worky's very good with his ground army. He's very confident in it, so he wanted to take this hit. And he told me that he ran out of time, so let's take a look at what happened to him. This is his first hit, our number 5 against their number 3. So,
it's a 3-minute hit.
yeah, he did say he ran out of time, so let's see. So, okay, he used 1 hog to bait out the CC. Perfect. Alright, you can see the lane that he's going to create there with his Quake spells. Kind of an odd mix of units he's got there. Let's see, 8 more hogs, 10 Valkyries, 2 golems. I wonder what his CC unit is in this. It's probably another golem, I would say.
Well, it depends who filled it. I might have filled that.
Oh.
Oh, no, that's the attacking one. Never mind.
Yeah.
It probably is. It could be anything, then.
Yeah.
That was good work, though, drawing the clan dragon.
Yeah, he didn't lose any units for it. See, that's how you want to do it. Like, there's a lot of guys that end up losing, like, half their wizards and stuff like that, just trying to get rid of the dragon. What the golem can soak that up, and then you can, you know, throw down a healing potion if you want and start healing. But he's just kind of creating the lane right now, it looks like.
Yeah.
Ooh. Archer Queen went down kind of.
Bowlers.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, it looks like either Jared or Tasha supplied him with some bowlers, possibly.
I actually can unlock bowlers right now.
You need to do that.
I'm kind of thinking about it.
Yeah, you should. You want to be more. I'm trying to upgrade my ground army now as well. I have my Lava Hound level 2 upgrade going now, just to help supply those and maybe use one myself, because if I do that, I can get a level 5 dragon and a balloon from you guys, rather than, you know, take just a level 2 Lava Hound from you guys, so I could actually have a little stronger army if I had my own level 2 Lava Hound for now. So yeah, it looks like, you know, the hogs are coming in, cleaning up. See, I know exactly what happened here. The problem is, I think he deployed the hogs maybe a little too late, and so they go around and get all the defensive structure, so all the defense is going to be killed here, but they don't attack any of the other crap until all defenses are down, and he did lose all of them. So it's just a race against the clock. Yeah, he's got 1 cannon left that will be taken down most likely, but then all of his units trying to go back and finish off everything, he just ran out of time.
You see those archers at the top?
Yeah, I saw, they're just like, all right, we're doing it, baby.
Nobody sees me.
Yeah, just, you know, not a bad attack in any way. Just as he said, he just kind of miscalculated it and misplayed it a little bit and ran out of time. That's a rough deal, but he did a good job. Like that, that's a really good job for that hit. There would have been not much of a chance for me to be able to clean that up, because I still very much depend on my air units. I am working on my ground units. So very solid attack by him. Okay, so now I want to jump into my first attack, and I'll go through this one on Tiger, which is their number 4. So this was a pretty... I think I came very close to messing this one up, but let's see. So, again, you know, just taking out the hardest anti-air, and then luckily for me this time around, this guy had both his his air sweepers facing the same direction. So
oh, that's awesome.
I was kind of like, all right, well, this is pretty obvious to me. So drop my Lava Hounds to soak up some anti-air, and the see, the thing that made this base a little bit harder was the fact that both his crossbows were set to air too, so I had to worry about that. And then I think this is the one where my balloons might have just, yeah, they kind of said, screw you, dude, I don't care about the anti-air, I just want to hit everything else. Yeah, this one was very close because of that. I launched them all, and they decided just to go complete wrong direction on me. And so at this point, I was a little panicky, I will say. I was like, all right, please, for the love of God, finish off that clan castle quickly so we can finish this off, yo.
Right.
So, luckily for me though, both my heroes were pretty much untouched the whole time. So, it came down to really the cleanup by my archer queen that finished this off. Like, watch, you see, I got virtually no dragons left. They're weak as hell. One of them's about to die here. Bam. So I got one dragon and one archer queen alive at the end of this attack. So it was a very close attack because that one anti-air hung on for so long because the balloons went in the wrong direction. So I'll have to be more careful of that in the future. And my second hit, I did 3-star their number 5 as well with a very similar hit, but just a little bit more of a cleanup. So now, Dan, we're going to get into the nitty-gritty. I wanted you to go into your attack set, really kind of solidified our lead, I would say. So let's go and do your second attack first against their number 2. Walk me through this one, bud.
Well, you're going to see a mistake pretty much right away.
Oh, am I?
Well, I thought I was selecting dragons after I did my lightning spell. You'll see the first 2 lightning spell, or the first 4 actually.
Oh.
Get rid of the faraway anti-airs that I'm not going to mess with because I'm going to go from the bottom.
Yeah.
And then you can see I dropped the balloons right away.
Oh,
I didn't
no.
really want to do that.
Oh,
and then
no.
there was that little pause of me going, uh-oh. I dropped the balloons right away. I better figure something out.
Oh, that
So
sucks.
I just kind of went for it. And luckily it worked out. The dragons got to that anti-air right in front of them right away, and I was able to heal them up enough where it was kind of...
Yeah, see, your advantage in that situation is that your dragons are level 5.
Yeah.
So you're pretty beefy, and they can kind of survive a little bit more. So it's like that oops is still all right in a sense.
Yeah, because you can see at this point now all the anti-air is gone.
Yep. And your heroes are still nice and healthy too.
And they got a good path too.
Yeah, they did.
They went through the inside instead of the outside like they normally do, which is kind of nice.
Yeah. Well, it's because you did a good job of funneling. So you did a line of the dragons like normal. So you killed everything, and so the nearest thing for them was to break that wall down. It looked like, and then it created that path on the inside for them to walk through.
Right.
So, but
just a matter of time.
Yeah, and you know what? You did actually get kind of low on your dragon numbers. You got 3 here at the end, going up against an archer, 2 archer towers, and all that stuff. So, I mean, very solid hit. Very solid.
Yeah, it could have been a lot better, but luckily it worked. So I was happy about that. And we could probably fast forward to the rest of that. It's just cleanup at this point.
Roger that. All right, so that was the preliminaries. So let's go on to the main event, which is your hit against their number 1, a Town Hall 10 against a Town Hall 10. You 2-starred it, so that's good. That's what you want. So let's go into it. Let's see what you
Now,
get.
you'll see a big difference right away. I went with a Rage Potion and a Haste Potion instead of a Healing Potion because of the Inferno Towers.
Yeah.
Inferno Towers, if you guys don't know, eliminate all healing power that you have around you. So even if your stuff's flying through a Healing Potion, they're not getting healed.
Right.
So jumping into that, I'm going to go ahead and lightning the closest air defenses because I'm going to come in from the bottom because I'm going for just a 2-star percentage in Clan Castle kill here.
Right.
Instead of a full sweep. So basically just kind of do that almost like the other attack. Just get the heroes out behind them. Hopefully they just kind of get ignored. And for the most part they do. Other than the clan troops coming out, but that didn't cause too much of an issue.
Yeah, it was perfectly fine. It looks like, okay, he has one... I can't tell if both... Yeah, no, both of his Inferno Towers are set to multi, so it will take a little while for them to do damage, but yeah, it would have basically made healing insignificant.
And you can see he has his air sweeper set up to defend against this type of attack.
Yeah.
But like Carnage said earlier, my dragons being level 5 and my spells being fairly powerful, it can kind of blast through that. I mean, obviously not enough to get a 3-star, but
It was
more than
definitely
easily
enough to
get a
do it
2-star.
too, yeah.
It wasn't a big deal.
Yeah, very nice hit. Very nice hit, Dan. That was pretty good. All right, so that jumped us out to a pretty big lead and put a lot of pressure on them to do some good hits. So with that being said, I want to go into our defenses, which kind of held strong and made it so that they just didn't want to do anymore. So I'm going to look at our first defense, which was by Awesome Gamer against Creeper Girl 85. Let's take a look at that. I don't know if I would ever use that kind of an alias, but sure. So it's a big, heavy ground Valkyrie attack. Let's see what Creeper Girl decided to do. Alright, starting at the top, just launching them all. Let's go. Here come the women. Let's see, she got 2 healing potions to heal the Valks. Let's take a look at how he uses them. See, now, I think there's a big problem that you can kind of see already with the way he did this. He's got no way to get rid of this dragon.
Right. And he's holding a rage potion and a haste potion. Which, I understand the Valks are going to go around the outside, but they're going to get dispatched before they get anywhere.
Yeah, looks like his clan castle unit as well was a P.E.K.K.A, so nothing to take care of this dragon. Literally, the clan castle dragon is uncontested. There is not one unit that he has that will kill it. So, GG on that.
I'm glad I put a dragon in there.
I'm glad you put a dragon in there as well. Kind of bizarre. Should have done a better job of baiting out that clan castle and killing the unit. 'Cause I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but that dragon like did a lot of AoE damage against the Valks at the top at the start. So
yeah, for sure.
It was pretty bad. Okay, another defense I want to look at will be Wolf's actually 0-star defense against their number 7. So let's take
interesting
a look at
army
those.
composition again.
Yeah, I don't know if these guys... I mean, it's kind of odd because these guys seem more like attacks that would kind of scope out a base rather than actually do a lot of damage. And for the higher-ups to hit, I guess the higher-ups just was like, nope. That's a never mind. But this guy's actually taking it seriously. You're taking out the dragon instantly. These balloons are going to go down without, I think, getting... Yeah, I only got 1 wizard. So, yeah, he cleaned it up fine.
But you gotta, by the time that's all done, I mean, he's got, you know, some giants and a couple wizards. I mean, that's a lot of base to get through with, you know, that type of army composition.
And his clan castle units was a bunch of level 6 giants. So this is basically mass giant wizard kind of hopeling sweeping through.
And those crossbows are just taking them out. I mean, a good thing he had a healing potion, but it wasn't doing a whole lot. Huh. There's just not enough going on.
Well, I mean, the giants don't do much, and so they're just getting hammered.
Well, because you're supposed to soak with those, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah, I think just the composition is just way too many giants and not enough, you know, damage.
Right.
Alright, so that was kind of just a nothing attack. And then the last one we'll look at before we get started here. Oh, if the thing will load, it's kind of giving me a loading screen. Come on, this is the last thing I want to show. And then we're pretty much... There we go. Okay, will be my defense against their number 2, which was their first, like, actual big hit. So, it's another ground hit. P.E.K.K.A.'s, Wizards, Hog 2, bait out the Clan Castle units.
Whew, he almost didn't even get close enough to bring out the Clan Castle unit. He dropped that archer, and your archer tower just instant killed it. It was awesome.
I know. And see, this is what I don't get. Then he drops one of his bomber dudes. Like, yeah, he's having a little trouble. He doesn't have. What he should probably do here is maybe use one of his P.E.K.K.A.s to soak some damage, because he just lost like 5 or 6 wizards, half of his wizards to a dragon and a balloon. And who the hell gave me a level 5 balloon? I'm not happy with that.
That might have been me.
You have level 5 balloons? Upgrade your balloons, man.
I'm getting there.
See, the biggest problem for this guy is that his heroes aren't that high either, though. Like a level 8 Barbarian King and a level 4 Archer Queen. That's, you know, they're not going to do much for you. Like, the Archer Queen doesn't even have her abilities, so he just threw them out there and they didn't do anything. The Archer Queen died before he even threw out any ground army.
Right. Valkyries did some work, but...
Yeah, the Valkyries did some work. He might have benefited from a jump potion at this point just to get in there.
Right.
Rather than a haste.
Yeah, it almost seemed like are you going for a 1-star or a 2-star? Because, I mean, how do you feel like you can 3-star a base like this with that army composition? It doesn't seem even possible, even if he attacked perfectly.
Yeah. It's just, it's not, well, for Town Hall 9 to 3-star me, it would probably be some really strong ground army with a lot of hogs. Yeah. Hogs are, like, level 5 hogs are beefy. I would have done an attack on 3 using level 5 hogs that I have, and you know that would have been the way I tried to go about it. But I don't have the other like high level things to really be that confident yet. So it would really take an army comp like Worky had, honestly. Like he has really high Valks, he has really high hogs, and really high golems. So you know that's enough to kind of try to 3-star base like mine, which I've been focusing purely on upgrading all my defenses. So all right, well that's pretty much it, Dan. That was the war. I mean, I know it wasn't too exciting because it was kind of a stomp, but we had some good plays, and I wanted to highlight some of our newer members and some of our lower tier guys that are getting started on upgrading. I think close to Town Hall 9, but it was a pretty good war all around.
For sure, for sure. Well, hopefully we jump right back in. It sounds like we might be getting back into the bigger ones pretty soon here, which would be nice.
Yeah, I do believe Jarrett said he's a couple days from his level 3 bowler upgrade, so I know that he's waiting on that.
Yep. Well, I think that's all we got for you guys today. It's been the Round Table with Daddy P, Not 3D, and Carnage 64. We'll see you guys next time.